Folks, welcome to your week. This is so bad it's good. This is a pop culture roundup. We have with us, as always, the co-host of the amazing and going on tour Snark Bait, the one and only Sophie Ross Brooks. Sophie, how are you on this Sunday?
Hi, I am good. It's snowy and freezing.
Oh,
in
yeah,
New
I saw
York.
pictures in New York. It looks beautiful.
It's beautiful, but it's freezing. So I am cuddled up on the couch. If you're watching on YouTube, that's why I'm on the couch. So
Does Henry let you turn on the heat in the apartment?
he does, but if it were up to me, it'd be 90 degrees in our apartment at all times because I'm always cold. And obviously men are different in that way, you know?
We can handle the cold?
Yeah, I feel like you guys don't get as cold as women very often.
You know what it is?
right?
I realize I live with a lot of things that I, whether it be like ailments or whatever that I just live with. Like, hey, my knee hurts. I guess it'll just hurt for the rest of my life, and I'll put up with that. I'll put up with
That's
things.
me. That's me also. Henry and I are different in that sense where I feel like, and all of my friends' husbands, I feel like if you guys get a cold, you need to go to City MD. You need to go to the ER. Whereas like I will pretend I could, God forbid, break my arm and I'd be like, no, it's just a scratch.
Yes. See, I feel like I could I would complain about it. Like I complain about my ailments, but I don't do anything about them.
Yeah. Wow, that's so different. That's so different from every man I know. It's like the end of the world. They have to go to the hospital.
No, I'll bitch and moan, but I just don't do anything. But anyways, first, also happy first night of Hanukkah.
Thank you.
We got 8 crazy nights coming up here.
Happy Hanukkah to all of the Jewish baddies out there.
Yeah, for real, especially right now. Did you get a Hanukkah gift on the first night of Hanukkah?
No, we lit the menorah, but we had a misunderstanding. I thought we weren't doing gifts, and Henry was like, I thought we were doing gifts. So
isn't it interesting?
I didn't get him anything.
See, that's interesting. You had a misunderstanding, but you had a misunderstanding where you won.
Yeah,
because you got a gift.
I did. I know, but I feel bad, obviously.
But don't you have like a gift card laying around that you got from something that you can just give him?
I got him a freaking nice t-shirt from Lululemon the other day because they were doing an Amex deal. That should count for something.
Wait, Lululemon is pretty nice. That does count for something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that could just be considered like a husband-wife, like a taking care of you gift that you get throughout the year for each other.
That's true, because if I didn't buy him clothes, he literally would just not have any.
Wait, are you one of those people, and don't worry, we'll get to the pop culture in a second. Are you one of those people, you said an Amex deal where you pay attention to the deals that your credit card offers?
So I was not this person until Henry, but now I go to the Amex tab that says offers, and you click them, and then you can get cash back on certain purchases. And so now I pay attention to that stuff. I literally never paid attention to that before.
Dude, Henry is the guy that I want to be because I don't pay attention to that stuff. And then Rebecca and I just got our first credit card and I mean, it's not the baby's credit card, but we're going to put baby stuff on it. And we got one with a bunch of different deals. But I was like, this is the one we got to really pay attention to the deals and really use this credit card for all that it offers. Because up to this point, I've had an Old Navy credit card. I've had stupid credit cards. But this, I was like, you got to pay. They give you a DoorDash credit every month. And I was like, I got to use this stuff.
Yeah. And I literally didn't. He's kind of the points guy. He's really good at collecting points, whether it's Amex or Delta. I was whatever flight is the cheapest. I was that kind of girl before, but he's no, you need to pick an airline that you're going to be loyal to because then you'll get rewarded over the years.
And then there's all these deals where if you transfer points to an affiliate with Delta, you can use KLM. I watch all these TikToks and it just blows me away. And then I never put any of it into practice. So this is the year coming up. 2026, guys, is going to be my year where I really take control of the system.
This is your year where you turn into the nice Jewish boy that Rebecca deserves, because that's what nice Jewish boys do.
This is my year of oy vey. Oy vey.
Yeah. How to save money in any way possible. I'm sorry, it's a stereotype, but it's true. I can say that.
No, there are, but wait, all stereotypes aren't all bad. Like, I don't know what is bad about saving a nickel here and there. Like, I don't know what's bad about that. That's good. It is very good. Anyways, obviously tragic news earlier this week. And I did not get Sophie's take on this yet, even though, remember, Dark Energy Tuesdays coming up on Snarkbait, is that Camelot has fallen once again in that Bronwyn, Newport, and Todd from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they have now officially announced their separation. They are headed for divorce. Now, this got leaked, supposedly, by Page Six on Thursday. And I talked about this because I had heard rumors that this gets brought up at the reunion. This was a big announcement. But remember, the reunion's not going to air for like another 3 or 4 weeks. And so I didn't think we'd hear anything more about it. And then this Thursday, Page Six, Bernie Zillow puts out an article that there are high-placed sources, which let's just say Lisa Barlow at this point. Why not? It's probably Lisa, because Bronwyn did make this announcement in front of all the ladies, allegedly. And so this Page Six article comes out, and it is, this is the time when it's fun to be online if you're a Bravo fan, because everybody like throws in their memes and their jokes and their takes. I would hate to have been Todd that night. Hopefully Todd doesn't know how to use the internet. But then Bronwyn's people did confirm it the next day, but I thought Bravo might get ahead of it and take a little piece of the footage because they want to be associated with anybody talking about this, but we still haven't gotten footage from this. What did you think when you heard this?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I felt like she was soft launching it all season.
Yeah, big time.
Have you seen all of the edits that are shipping her with Whitney Wild Rose?
I want to touch your body and make you feel like a woman, Bronwyn. Like, I would love that. If Bronwyn and Whitney hooked up, do you know how legendary that's... And by the way, because Whitney, it's sometimes hit or miss with her storylines. This would make her at the top of the class in Salt Lake City.
I would ship it. I can't believe that's never... Has that happened before? I guess Denise Richards and Brandi
Glanville.
Allegedly, but like I can't believe that no other housewives have like hooked up or been romantically involved.
Well, not that we know of, but I would like somebody to use it as a storyline. And I don't know if Bronwyn's going to come out and be like, I'm strictly Dickly. Like, I don't know if that's going to be her thing or not. But
I love
my
when you
God,
give her a transatlantic accent.
I do. So listen, I'm not good at accents.
Karen Huger.
It's very like this. It's very speaking one way, but I just imagine Todd, you spoke about soft launching, and I always talk about how I hate conspiracies, even though I talk about conspiracies every week, is that it does feel like, was there some sort of arrangement at the beginning of this season? Because this man obviously does not want to be there, yet he keeps showing up week after week, almost kind of helping her out. Like, fine, I'll be here and you can, call me an asshole. And we have so many non-answers about Todd. Like, has their relationship been done for a while and that's why he's making out and farting on women because it's already been done?
That's a great question. I don't know. I'm so curious about the people because Bronwyn was a pretty successful Instagram influencer before she was on Housewives.
Wait, Sophie, she was?
Yeah, like she was an influencer. She had a
What was her influencing?
Fashion. Like I remember seeing, her Instagram, her fashion. I don't know exactly how many followers she had, but she was significant enough. Like she had a following. I'm curious what people thought about their relationship just on Instagram because surface level also, like it just doesn't make sense when you look at them.
Was she using him in her influencing? Like, was he all over her Instagram?
Like back, I was like just vaguely familiar with her before Housewives. It's not like I was like a follower or anything, but he was all over her Instagram. I don't know. It's just, it's never really tracked, obviously, just physically. The age difference. Oh, I'm sorry. This is why it's bad to record on the couch. I accidentally hit the remote because I'm talking with my hands and I actually hit the remote and turned on the TV. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I had to guess, I would guess that she has been checked out probably for a while and him probably.
Yeah, but he looks completely checked out. But the thing is, I mean, their looks don't match up, but I think what he doesn't have in looks, he makes up for in sparkling personality.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously his
Screen
money.
presence.
Yeah,
Charm.
screen presence, like
Yep.
everybody is drawn to this man. And I'm curious how this is handled. I'm curious how much we will find out at the reunion. They're obviously not picking back up cameras for this, but I would wonder if they would pick back up cameras and add it to the beginning of season 7, because it's already writing storylines all over the place. Now, Lisa Barlow, I pointed this out the other day, within 30 minutes of this Page 6 article dropping, she posted an Instagram story of her and John Barlow walking the streets of Salt Lake City and saying, like, we've been married 23 years happily and we're obsessed with each other. Like, she didn't say Bronwyn's name at all, but she didn't have to. But she was like laughing and giggling, and her and John seemed a little tipsy. But I was like, that is so dark. Is that this finally? And first off, I do think Lisa Barlow was someone that did leak this to Page 6 because it was a high placed source, and it's not Andy Cohen. So it's one of those Salt Lake City ladies that all have relationships with Page 6.
What about like the crew? Like, I'm not doubting you, but like, do they all sign NDAs?
I would imagine when you have any sort of affiliation with the television show, that especially in Housewives, you do have to sign some sort of NDA. And the only person that I think would be brave enough to break those are the Housewives themselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like break them and I'm like, you didn't hear it from me, but I can tell you this. That's how I picture that stuff going down.
Yeah, that tracks.
So I don't know. Did you hear any news like over the weekend about any kind of like, have we gotten word from Muzzy yet?
No. Oh my God. I need Andy and a camera with Muzzy. Like, what's going on there? What are her thoughts?
What if Muzzy and Todd hook up?
Muzzy is happy she can finally stop doing drag and dressing, or is it the other way around? That's
what I said. I said, isn't it interesting? Todd will no longer be on the show, and yet Muzzy probably will, and we've still never seen them in a scene together. And it probably got
them in the same room.
It probably got too much work for Todd to dress as Muzzy. Like he's like, I can't do this anymore. I got to choose one or the other. And like, it just doesn't make sense. But think about it, Bronwyn. All kidding aside, tough year. Her daughter went off to school, right? Her daughter's gone. Her dad passed away. You're being celebrated by, Bravo fans everywhere. But then on the flip side of that, you have haters as well. Yeah. And I would imagine this will be a very confusing time for Bronwyn, because that's hard to live this kind of shit out with cameras.
Oh, for sure. I think that she is very much set up for success, though.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
She's like such a fan favorite still.
And they didn't sign a prenup, remember, on first season?
Yes,
she said to the ladies that they didn't sign a prenup.
She's about to clean up, first of all. Second of all, I was so certain, I can admit when I'm wrong, I was so certain that she was going to have like a down season, like a sophomore slump. I thought that she was going to be, the I don't know, most hated of the season. Not the most hated, but like,
I know
I really thought she was going to have a down season. She's on top as much as ever. Everyone loves her. I thought, the necklace lie was going to bite her in the ass. I thought there were so many things that were finally going to come back to haunt her. And I love Bronwyn. But the fans don't care. The fans love her. And yeah, so I think that
the fans are interesting, though.
Success.
Because the fans love Stacey Rush on Potomac, and I love her as well. But Stacey Rush, if you watch Potomac this season, she does lie about a lot. Like, it is very interesting. If you lie with panache and style and a little weirdness, the fans will still like you. Yep. And if you lie about things that are not like bilking like elderly out of millions of dollars, that's easier to go with. So you never know. The fans are really interesting that way. You can't really predict who's going to be loved and who isn't. And, if anything, I'm just curious casting-wise, because Meredith Marks, there's a lot of questions around her, if she's going to return or even a friend of capacity. And she was in New York DJing last night. Sophie, did you go?
I saw that. No, like, why do I never get like alerted about these things? Why?
I figured you're plugged into the streets. You know these things, I would think.
You would think, but no, I had no idea that was happening. I do want to see Meredith Marks live. So I've been seeing that chit chat online about how Meredith has not been pulling her weight. And it's about time that she exits the show. Where is this coming from? Because I disagree. Meredith is not my favorite, but I would say that she has always been an important part of the drama on the show. Like, I'm so confused, like, where these conversations are coming from.
I think this is why I speculate that there's shit that did happen behind the scenes that the audience isn't privy to. And I think something really did happen on that airplane, even though I'm tired of talking about it. But it does seem like there was something that didn't put her in good graces, because if you even just judge by storyline, she doesn't have a personal storyline, which Brittany Bateman has way more of a personal storyline as a friend of. And, at the same time, I know Bravo loves her. Next Gen NYC has her son in it. I could see a friend of capacity, but also I don't want Meredith to go anywhere. Like, I love Meredith in any capacity. Folks, I don't know if you know this, but I used to wear contacts every day. That is right. And I used to have things like my last pair of contacts panic, and that's why I always used 1-800-CONTACTS. Now, for over 30 years, 1-800-CONTACTS has been the leader in online contact lens delivery with millions of contacts in stock and award-winning customer service. And now here's what sets them apart from everybody else. They offer fast, free shipping on every order and have over 100 million contact lenses in stock, ready to ship from distribution centers across the country. They also have free return and exchanges, means you can order confidently, and they even offer unbeatable perks like free torn lens replacement. They provide a way to renew your contact lens prescription from home, other than they do an online vision exam online. There's an express exam. It takes less than 10 minutes and it gives you a doctor-issued prescription that you can use to buy contact lenses. No other major retailer makes prescription renewal this easy. They also have a best price guarantee. That means if you find your contacts at a lower price elsewhere, they're going to beat it. That's a promise you will not find anywhere else. They also have extra discounts for new customers on their site. Their 24/7 customer support is there if you ever need help day or night. And whether you have a strong prescription or astigmatism like I did, they will deliver your contacts fast, free shipping straight to your mailbox. That is a lot of reasons to use 1-800-CONTACTS. Getting contacts doesn't have to be a hassle. Let 1-800-CONTACTS get you the contact lenses you need right now. Order online at 1-800-CONTACTS.com or download the free 1-800-CONTACTS app today.
No, I think Meredith is absolutely a stalwart on the franchise. Like, I would be shocked if she left, just because, again, I feel like she's so important to the show. But for some reason, a lot of people disagree. I think that she would be missed if she did leave. Like, I think people would realize that she is more important than they think.
Well, moving on to somebody that I thought, Rebecca actually pointed this out, and we had talked earlier that day last Sunday, but the Summer House season 11 or season 10 trailer dropped finally after we spoke on Sunday. And Rebecca said, first off, she really loved the trailer. I thought it was really interesting too when I first watched it. But then she pointed out, she was like, what's so funny? I didn't even think about Paige once. Like, I didn't think about Paige the entire time I watched that trailer. Not that Paige isn't, missed, but I just thought that was interesting. Was sometimes we'll watch those trailers when a housewife or a Bravo celebrity goes and you're like, oh my God, where is that person? And you didn't think about it at all because that trailer was so well done, I thought.
It was
really
electric.
Amped it up.
The trailer was electric. I think that the fact that the bed bugs are finally going to be fun and go out and about. And I guess I read this somewhere that Sierra started SSRIs. So Sierra,
she started. She said, she started. She's like, thank God for Prozac, was it? Or it was one of, because she talked about it on that reality hot seat last week. She was like, thank God for this SSRI.
Yeah. So it seems like Sierra has a pep in her step. It seems like Sierra and Amanda are going to be out and about, which great. Like, I'm
so what if it really was Paige that
I think it was
tied them to the bed?
I think Paige was bringing them down a little bit when it comes to the fun factor. So I'm excited. The trailer was amazing. There's also been some, did you see those Snapchats of Kyle? Because in the trailer, Amanda obviously says he spent the night at a fan's apartment, didn't get home until 6 a.m. And then this viral TikTok with some Snapchats of Kyle Cook at what looked like a frat party. And I saw someone on TikTok be like, this is a Penn State frat house. I know because XYZ, she was analyzing it. So he's at a frat party. The timestamp says 5:38 a.m. or something. And then it says, help, he's still here.
Yeah. See, by the way, and then there's
one where he is shotgunning a Truly.
Truly.
God, if that were my husband, I would fucking die. So those images were going around, and Amanda comments on those photos and she goes, I don't know if that makes it worse or better that this wasn't like she was like, believe it or not, this
This
wasn't the
wasn't the
night that
time I'm
I
talking
was
about.
talking about. Like,
It's
oh my
so I
God.
mean, listen, I was saying, like, what really was interesting about that scene too is that Kyle every season has a blow up moment, and yet we're still really excited when this time he's going to fight Carl, and Carl Radke all of a sudden has a neck vein popping out, and people are like like it's like the sexiest Carl's ever been is like about to kill Kyle, and like Kyle's yelling at Carl, and that you're like, oh my God, the summer house is never going to be the same, and then even the Amanda Kyle stuff with him passing out at a fan's house, you're like, on its face, you're like, holy shit, this is crazy. But then you think about it, we've had this same storyline every season with Amanda and Kyle
Yeah.
blows up. And you
Yeah.
still, that's how good this is, where you watch it and you forget that this has been the
Yep.
same storyline. And so my question to you is, I do believe all of this is real, but it's almost that kind of weird, like, are they pushing it a little bit for the paycheck at this point? Like, because Amanda, we're now like, they are living separately, obviously. And I think we're going to see that in the spinoff in the city, but they seem to be showing up at all the events. There was like another, Not Skinny, Not Fat had an influencer event this week. They were all there. Like, what do you think is happening with them?
I think they are legitimately living separately. I saw that Demois posted that, and I think that Demois is close enough with these Bravo celebrities that I don't think she would publish that if it weren't true, in my opinion. Like, call me naive, but I
Yeah.
genuinely believe Demois is like not always right, but like when it comes to Bravo celebrities, I think that she knows what's going on because she's friendly with them. And yes, do I think part of it is being maybe like prolonged because the show in the city is coming out and Summer House is coming out soon, and that show in the city, like they still have to do the press for that. Like, yeah, do I think that they're maybe like kind of dramatizing it a little bit? Maybe.
But they're
Instead of
still
giving they're not giving any sort of confirmation, but I think that it's more or less true.
But he still
if that
does
makes
this
sense.
behavior. He still does this behavior.
Yeah.
And then it was funny because Kyle clarified the trailer on People Magazine, but he clarified it by just pretty much saying it's true. Like, he was like, no, you don't understand. I never fell asleep there. He was like,
well, he said, because I don't take any substances.
I don't take any uppers. You go, okay, so I wasn't on cocaine. Yeah.
I don't do coke, so like I did have to stay at that apartment. I was like, what? So you're confirming that it's
you're
true?
Confirming it. You're confirming it.
Thank you for confirming it.
It's like Kyle clarifies. I thought that was great. Now I did message with Kyle Cook on Monday, I think. And I just said, how you holding up? And he said, we've been dreading that trailer coming out and hanging in there.
God.
And I thought that was interesting. So obviously him and Carl are okay.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, real boots on the ground. But at this point,
Carl in that trailer was like Jax in the parking lot being like, hold me back. And it's like, you don't actually like want to fight. Like you're like just letting everyone hold you back.
Well, that would be me. If I ever fought somebody, I would make sure I had a team of people around me, like, before I did that.
Yeah.
And I would like just go limp really quickly and be like, oh, let me go.
Let me go.
Yeah, let me go. Just me and you. If everybody let me go, I'd be so scared. I would be so scared. And also, if they ever hit each other, I think we would all wake up as an audience and be like, oh, this is not good anymore. And okay, yeah. Screw that. What the fuck with West and Sierra? Like, I knew that this Jesse Solomon was going to be gunning for Sierra, but I really was a little shocked with him man-spreading his feet right over to her feet and him cuddling with her. What do you think of this? Because a lot of women are already shipping this.
I'm not. I want better for Sierra.
Yes.
I want better for Sierra so badly, whether it's West or Jesse Solomon. She needs to stop with the reality fuckboys. I'm no longer going to be able to feel bad for her when she feels embarrassed and is crying on camera. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it just happens again and again. No, absolutely not. I think that some of it was like, what do they call it? Franken biting? The sound bites.
Franken edit.
Like, I think the sound bites were where Sierra was like, do you miss me or something? And he's like, how could I not? Like, I feel like that was like Franken edited. So who knows? But I need Sierra to want better for herself. I feel like there is some sort of, even though she is so freaking supermodel beautiful, I think there's like a deep sense of insecurity maybe, which is why she always goes for these like fuckboys. And West and Jesse are fuckboys. Let's not get it twisted. West is not like,
and being a fuckboy doesn't make you evil. It just makes you a fuckboy.
It makes you a fuckboy. You're going to, like, it's very clear that Sierra gets emotionally attached and wants something deeper than just a hookup. And these fuckboys are not going to be able to, they're never going to emotionally fulfill you, Sierra.
Yeah.
So,
but I was funny. Well, I just more get frustrated with the Bravo audience because I saw everybody going, oh my God, I want this. And I'm like,
what?
When will we learn? When will we learn? Like,
People's
and especially
memories are so fucking short. It would be so easy to be a Bravo celebrity sometimes because if you have a bad season, just like play up for the cameras or like say minimal amounts of words the next season like West did, and then the audience will forget and love you all over again. Like, it's so weird how short people's memories are. I haven't forgotten.
No, but also I like West and I haven't forgotten.
I don't
just
like
because
West.
You like this character does not mean they should give it a second go round. Like, Sierra deserves somebody not on reality television, doesn't need to be in that game. I mean, it just is. And especially how she stood up for Paige in terms of the Craig thing. You know, you want better for your friend Paige, want better for yourself.
Yep.
I
completely agree. I'm not shipping it at all whatsoever.
And by the way, and I will gladly watch it, and I will be angry each episode that he flirts with her. I'm just happy because I almost thought it was going to be Jesse Solomon. So I accept West over Jesse.
Looks like there's like a love triangle thing where Jesse goes, West, would you care if I hooked up with Sierra?
He goes, hey, is that on the menu? Is that on the table? Is that happening?
And West goes, is that in the works?
Is that in the works?
It's them.
It's going to be challengers, dude. There's going to be a three-way at some point. It's going to be horrible.
God. Sick.
Okay, speaking of sick relationships, Kylie Jenner, her Christmas wish came true. She was on the orange carpet for Marty Supreme, Timothee Chalamet's Christmas Day movie, directed by one of the Safdie brothers. It's supposed to be a career amazing performance. It's supposed to be an amazing film. That's not my problem. I can't wait to see this film. Timothee Chalamet and Kylie Jenner showed up on the red carpet dressed in orange with her big, gigantic fake gazongas and Timothee's buzz cut. And what did you think of this, all the pictures from the red carpet?
I was waiting to hear like what euphemism you were going to use for breasts. And I like gazongas. Yeah. I like that. You know what? Like you guys know that I'm like Timothee's like number one fan, number one supporter.
Then we got to talk.
I really want him to win this Oscar really badly.
I want him to shut up.
And I know that he really wants to win this Oscar. I don't know how the Kylie Jenner of it all is helping him. And you could say, oh, he doesn't care if it's helping him. It's a real relationship. Sure. But like, I think that he needs to be more conscientious during this time if he wants to win the Oscar, because it's making me, I'm not like in the Academy, obviously, I'm not a film critic. It's making me take him less seriously.
Well, that relationship we've always been not speculative of, but just kind of like, well, it's interesting when you take your work this seriously. And we know he takes, this is the other problem I'm starting to have with Mr. Chalamet, is that we know he takes his work so seriously because he tells us how seriously he takes his work.
Yes.
Usually with actors, and this is what I love about actors, is they will usually let the work speak for itself.
Yep.
And Timothee Chalamet is so good that he could just let this work speak for itself, but he never does. So I was watching all of these, like the Australian radio interview and all these interviews where he was like, this is like top tier shit I'm doing. This is like God level shit. This is God tier. And it's when you say that, you're coming at this and you can tell he has such an appreciation for hip hop culture because it's how I hear hip hop artists talk about themselves. And I don't think, listen, if you're trying to sell the movie and this is what reaches the kids to get their butts in the theaters, that's great. I want people to see movies in the theaters. But I was watching this going, shut the you sound like a cocky sports dude. And I'm just like, dude, we already know you're an amazing actor. You do not need to tell me this is God level. As I get older and older, I worry so much about my hair. But hair loss isn't just about hair. It's about how you feel when you look in the mirror. Now, Hims helps you take back that confidence with access to simple, personalized care that fits your life. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that actually work, including chews, oral medication, serums, and sprays. It's doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil that can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. There's no hidden fees, there's no surprise costs, just real personalized care on your schedule. So think of Hims as your digital front door that gets you back to your old self with simple 100% online access to trusted treatments for real health concerns all in one place. For simple online access to personalized and affordable hair care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/sobad. That's hims.com/sobad for your free online visit. hims.com/sobad. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Come on, that's Kanye shit.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of like, I have been putting out top of the line performance after top of the line performance and everyone takes it for granted or something along those
Nobody
lines.
takes it for granted. This guy is so celebrated.
He is so celebrated. He might not actually have like the hardware yet, but he's been nominated several times over for several movies. He's been in like more Best Picture nominated movies than like maybe any actor ever. And he's only like 29. Like he is so freaking successful and talented. And you're right. Like if he is that talented, he shouldn't have to tell us he is. And I think that he is acting like an athlete. And I've seen people on Twitter be like, they don't like how, he's acting like an athlete. Like film Twitter doesn't like it. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like, there's something about it that's just off-putting. And I think when you're an athlete, you literally will just win. He has to win based off of how people perceive him. And I think that that's what Oscar campaigns are. Like you're going on a press campaign to prove that you are worthy of this award. And he's like turning people off as it gets closer to Oscar season.
Well, then that's when the Kylie thing, that's when you then throw the Kylie thing in, and then it becomes a little bit more of a mess because you then associate Kardashians with certain like excess and living and things of that nature, where it becomes this weird bouillabaisse of bad feeling, in my opinion. Now, I'm an older dude, so like I'm wondering if the younger target demographic goes like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, I think this is like so cool. I don't know. But like when he's talking about like, I'm putting top tier shit out there. And then he's like, I played ping pong for 6 years. I'm like, okay, you played ping pong. That's amazing. He's like, it's like if I went bowling every day and then like, that's how I went into the mind of a bowler. Like I can't wait to see this movie. I was excited for this movie before this press tour even started. And I think a lot of people, just based on the Bob Dylan movie from last year, already are sold on Chalamet. Like but then if this Oscar nominations, when they come out, prove to be true, it's going to be him going up against DiCaprio, which is his mentor in so many ways. But I also want to point out, I'm not like, listen, we all make fun of DiCaprio for his age range and the women that he dates. But what I love about DiCaprio is you don't have him on record usually going, I'm doing top tier shit.
Yeah.
I've done top tier shit. And I fucking... I lived as a stoner for a year to play one in one battle after another. He just does the work, and then he wears his little baseball cap over his eyes, and you don't have to fucking hear from him. I mean, the thing is, the women thing, that's where it gets him. But still, we don't really know. Like, he doesn't do interviews about the women or anything. But Timothee, it's all out there. I feel like he's on the wrong path. His mentor should sit him down.
Leo's not like, I was a bear trapper in the wilderness in the 1800s.
The Revenant.
For 5 years. No, he lets his work speak for itself.
He goes, I I had a lady not share a door with me on the ocean, and I drowned for Titanic just to prepare for my role in the Titanic. And it was plenty of room on that door. But like, you just don't like. But think about it. When do you hear DiCaprio himself say that I'm one of the best actors that's ever done it? And Chalamet, I heard in an interview with my own ears that he was like you said, nobody's doing it like for me for these last 6 years. And I'm just like, what?
He needs to be careful because he's already lost his jawline. And that's just something that happens with age. He lost his jawline. It's a slippery slope, you know? Like, jawline is gone. His likability is going down. You know? Like, he needs to be careful.
But isn't it interesting? We all want to like him. You know, it's like it's easy to dislike people, but I want to like this dude a lot.
Nothing will ever make me truly dislike Timmy. And I think another thing that's important in this conversation is that Marty Supreme, I guess this movie is about someone who's so ballsy and so cocky and does the
so it's performance art he's doing?
That's why, like, Timothee, it's part of this campaign, is him posting on Instagram stories, dream big. Like, I think that is part of it, is that he's like, I'm so cocky, just like Marty Supreme. And did you see that Zoom call that was like so funny?
It was like, funny.
It was funny. Like, I feel like that it's like maybe part of it where he's like, I am so cocky and I'm dreaming big, just like Marty Supreme, but it's like not fully landing.
But think of it, there's two actors in mind that I'm like, you got to be careful because if you go too far one way, you turn into Shia LaBeouf. And if you go too far the other way, you turn into Joaquin Phoenix. Both of those guys are amazing actors. And Joaquin Phoenix is still out there, leads in films everywhere. Shia, not so much. He's very messed up. But those are people that also flirted with that kind of performance art. I'm going to take on the ethos of my character. And Joaquin Phoenix did this film called, I'm Not Here, where he grew a big beard and he played Joaquin Phoenix. And Casey Affleck directed it, and it was a mockumentary.
And that's when they allegedly
lawsuit
sexually assaulted women. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah. But there's this whole film that he wanted to become a rapper all of a sudden, and it was like this Andy Kaufman performance art thing, but he never said that this was a joke. It turned out it was a complete bit. But you know, you can't go too far with these things because you will lose the public at some point. And you also don't want to become like Alex Cooper, where he's like, I know how to advertise to the youth. I know how to monetize and advertise and get people excited, because that's Alex Cooper now. You see her, like she has an advertising company where she makes these ads for products and her hydration and all that. And you watch it and I feel so disconnected every time I watch her. But I know I'm not the target audience.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just really interested with him. Like, I just want to know where he goes.
I saw some interview with Kristen Stewart, and did you see this? It was going viral on TikTok. I don't know how old this interview is. I'm sorry. But she was like, you never hear of women being method actors.
Oh my God, you're right. You're right.
You never hear about
Meryl Streep is never like, I'm doing God tier shit as my character is Miranda Priestley.
I am sending dead rats and pig heads to my fellow cast
like
members,
Jared Leto did
when he played the Joker. Like, because if women did that, they would be blacklisted from the industry.
You're right. You are so damn right. And like, yeah, I mean, think about that, guys, because in the patriarchal society, men are allowed to do weird shit like that. And for the most part, get away with it.
It's like brilliant.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
you're
silly.
Right. You're right. So anyways, I'm really curious. And that's, by the way, I'm already excited to see this movie. He's already sold me without any of this stuff. I'm going to see this,
We actually haven't decided if we're going to go in New York or when we're going to Philly before we go on vacation. But either way, we were looking at tickets like last week, and we want to see it ASAP. Yeah.
So I'm just, I'm curious where the Kardashian, is he going to spend the holidays with the Kardashian Jenners? Like, and will he eventually wind up in the Kardashians, like the show itself? I hope all of those things. I mean, I just hope he doesn't wind up on the Kardashians. He's got to put a stop to that at some point.
No, we have to draw a line. There has to be a line.
Good news. Actor Haley Steinfeld, recently seen in one of the most amazing films of the year, Sinners, is pregnant with her first child with quarterback Josh Allen. This was nice. It was exciting, but also it's a football story, which then leads us into the Kansas City Chiefs. They've gotten eliminated. They're the first year they're not going to be in the playoffs, you guys.
And
they got eliminated
over
today.
A decade, I want to say. I could be wrong. Don't fact check me.
The quarterback got hurt. He got hurt.
Mahomes, the quarterback.
Hey guys, I don't know if you know football, but there's a quarterback that throws the ball.
Throws the ball on the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, he was like clutching his leg. I don't know if they've released exactly what happened, but yeah, they're eliminated from playoff contention, which is crazy. Also, the Bengals were eliminated today.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Which is also really sad. This is like the one year where the AFC is kind of like wide open. I'm so sporty, but like it is kind of like, because usually it's the Chiefs. Like before the Chiefs, it was the Patriots. It's like this year it could be anyone.
Why am I even watching at this point? I mean, like God, but speaking of that, obviously now Travis is going to have an early Christmas with his boo Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift back in the news this past week because her docuseries, End of an Era, the Eras Tour, the first 2 episodes got released, and we'll get 2 more episodes for the next 2 weeks. And also the Eras final tour stop, that's on Disney Plus as well. I watched the first 2 episodes of this. Did you watch it by any chance?
I didn't watch it. No, I saw some screen grabs and I was like, this is a little too, I don't know. I like Taylor Swift, but like a little too cringy for.
Gotta go. Bye, Sophie. Have a great rest of your year. I wish you and Henry all. No, this is my point.
Guys, don't come for me. I'm talking about the screenshot.
Okay.
Where she's on the phone with Travis.
Okay. Yes. She's overseas and her boo Travis calls and he's like, "Hey babe, I'm at practice." And she's like, "I'm on my way to practice too." And he's like, "We're both like each other. You're going to your players and I'm going to my players." I tell you, in the scope of the docuseries, it actually works. It's not as cringy as a screen grab. What I was going to say though was that with Taylor, this last album cycle, and this is like Chalamet in a sense, when you're promoting something so hard, it becomes at some point disingenuous. This was interesting, the first 2 episodes, and for me, it kind of drew me back in where I was like, when you watch these, it's really hard for you to hate Taylor. Like, it's just really hard. For me, like, I was just like, God, she fucking loves what she does. She's built completely different. Like I said, I find it hard to get out of the bed. She's out there writing letters to her entire crew. She gave $198 million in bonuses, and they do like a little circle with all the dancers beforehand, and she hands out the bonuses, and they bleep out the figure, but it sounds like she gave the one dancer, Cam, $750,000.
Wow.
It's not just Taylor's story, because they focus on the dancer stories, and this guy, Cam, he was broke. His brother is on the Kansas City Chiefs. Had to borrow money from him to go to this audition. He had 0 money in his bank account. And he's a bigger guy and he loves dance. He's been dancing his whole life. His dance teachers would be he's like, "What are we going to do with your body? What are you going to do about weight?" And he went there and he was kind of understood and he became this big presence. But imagine going from $0 to all of a sudden going around the world and getting a bonus of $750,000. I love hearing people's stories like that.
Yeah.
But most of all, Taylor Swift seems to love what she does. And I think a lot of the world, when you get so big, the world's goal is to try to make you hate what you love, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think she is one of those, she's a weird theater kid. Like she's out there like calligraphy and burning like something to put like a stamp. What is it called when you're putting a stamp on a letter? Like the old fashioned way?
Like a wax seal.
A wax seal. She's doing like wax seals. And I'm like, I can't even fucking write a handwritten card because my handwriting's so bad.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love Taylor Swift, you guys. She was my #1 artist on Spotify this year.
Was she really?
Yeah, she was. And the video that she recorded for her Spotify fans was promoting the documentary, which is, I got annoyed by that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like you can't just honestly say thank you. You always have to be selling us something. But from what I've heard, all of my friends are watching the documentary and they all really like it. So,
I kind of went in not like pumped. And then I was like, by the end of the first episode, I was like, oh shit, this is why I love her, man. Like it was interesting. And they even have, because remember, there was like a Taylor Swift themed party where these kids died because they got stabbed. And, we've had that situation in Bondi Beach and Brown University this weekend, and just so much horror. But she met with the family. They didn't show this, but she was going in to meet with the families of these people, these kids that lost their lives. And they have her coming out of it and just like breaking down, not performatively breaking down. And you just realize in those moments of how fucking lonely, and just think what a mind fuck it is knowing Now, these people were going to your, like, it's not even your sanctioned event, but an event that celebrates your music. And she's going to meet with the parents that have lost their children. And I thought most people wouldn't do that. Like our president won't even do that in the most part. You know, like, I mean, like, these are really, I think that takes a special kind of person. And so even when I was like getting angry about the Life of a Showgirl release, I see this and I'm just like, I don't know. I'm curious how you live the rest of your life at this level. And it seems like she wants to keep going at this level. I don't know how that works, you know?
I mean, when it comes to universal worldwide popularity, there's no one even in the same competition. Like her only competition is herself. Like when you think about, I saw like a viral tweet once and it was like, what artist on earth could sell out a 1 billion person stadium? And all the tweets were like, there's only one person and we all know who it is.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's wild from little girls that are 3 years old to
old men like me.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting, but like the thing is, it's like even me, I look for reasons to dislike people that, like we just talked about Chalamet. Like these people, it is so in pop culture, it is so much easier to dislike somebody. And so when you find those people that you like or that have real talent, you're almost desperate for them to stay at some sort of place that you can relate to them, or that they blow you away without them telling you that you're being blown away by their art. Like I want to be moved by something. I don't want to be told that I'm going to be moved. Like I don't want somebody to tell me. I want to feel that for myself, you know?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. Anyways, I thought it was interesting. I'm interested to see the rest of those episodes. Now, you actually, surprisingly, you told me you have been watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which I thought you wouldn't dip into at all. What did you think?
Okay, let me clear something up. I have always loved Beverly Hills. It was like one of my favorite
put the rumors
franchises.
To rest. Put all the negativity they're saying about you to rest.
I need to silence the haters and correct the record. So I love Real Houses of Beverly Hills, but the past few seasons I haven't watched because I don't give a fuck about watching Erica Jane, Kyle Richards, and Dorit. I'm sorry, they're a snooze fest.
So they're all still there, Sophie.
I know, but now there's Rachel Zoe.
Okay.
So I'm watching
what you've seen so far.
Zoe.
What are you thinking of her performance so far?
I mean, it's the Rachel Zoe show now. Like she's a fucking star. We've known that. Like I watched Rachel Zoe Project when I was in high school. Like I have always been obsessed with her. I think that she is just made for TV. And I feel like she's already like being very vulnerable about like her divorce with Raj. And I'm so surprised to hear her even talk remotely negative about Raj, and even that conversation that she has with her son, and her son, like, he like doesn't want to hang out with his dad. He wants to hang out with, and it's like the fact that she's like, I don't know. They were together for so long.
Do you think Raj is going to be in an episode at all? Like picking up the kids or something?
It does not seem, from what I'm gathering, it doesn't seem as amicable as I would have assumed.
I want to know the split in assets in that relationship.
Yeah.
Because Dorit and PK, like, there's no assets to split. Let's not kid each other. Like, I mean, Dorit bought Bose like a $2,000 blanket, and I was like, Bose better give that back after cameras wrap, because that's irresponsible spending But like Rachel Zoe, they really have businesses, and I'm curious because we've been there along the ride as Roger and Rachel built that business. So I'm curious the division of assets. But what I love about Rachel is that she's going in a very unique position where all these women, even without knowing her, all respect her for the most part, and they want her approval. And she has a real talent in terms of design. So people already want her around. And so it gives her the ability to say whatever the fuck she wants, or be like, Kyle, you going to date? You going to date, Kyle? What's going on, Kyle? Like, it's great.
Wait, it was so funny when Erica Jane meant to say, Hi, I'm Erica. But then she
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. And I'm like, you know that she was so embarrassed and she was like starstruck.
No, by the way, I will say I agree with it. Erica Jane is serving in her confessionals, and that's all she's got, folks. That's it.
That's all she's got. What else does
all
she have?
She's got.
Nothing.
It is really weird of just, I don't know. I was trying to like think about how I really feel about her speaking about Tom, of like,
he's probably going to die in there. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to talk to him or not.
Like she managed to not escape. She managed to survive, even though I know financially she's wrecked for good, unless she meets the right dude to like take care of her. But it is interesting because there's that Tammy Wynette song, Stand By Your Man. and she really just like done, you know, like I'm out but I don't consider that aspirational or her tagline is something about like, I survived or I thrive or something. And I'm like,
my survival is a superpower or something stupid like that.
Like, I don't consider it, her story is not the inspirational one when there are
Not
victims,
at all.
you know?
Not at
It's
all.
weird.
Shut the fuck up, Erica. I hate her. I'm sorry.
And don't be, like, she's like, oh, I'm extending an olive branch to Sutton. Like, fuck you. Why does anybody want to be your friend in the first place? Like, that shit chaps my hide. What did you think of Kyle Richards after 5 years barely talking about who she was in love with? Not naming Morgan.
5 years?
I'm adding another year on there, I'm sure. But
I actually, like, I have no concept of time anymore. I was like, it could be 5 years and I would believe
it feels like it's been a long, long time.
I mean, obviously we all know it was refreshing for her to finally admit, but she's also handling it wrong because she's still not naming her and she's acting like, I don't know. It's just, it's still mishandled in my opinion, even though she's finally like admitting it to the audience. It's like, okay, yeah, we fucking know.
But think how Kyle is still so protected within that storyline because she didn't do that storyline with all the women. She chose Erica for that scene, come to my house. So remember, this is all scheduled out. They have the like times, they have the crew people over to light. So this scene, and obviously they're going to talk about with the rest of the women probably starting next week, but this is kind of like ripping the Band-Aid slowly off. And I will say, and I think I've told you this before, like I had been told before that the reason Kyle had not spoken about this earlier was because of because Morgan did not want to come forward and that it was something on Morgan's side. Now, I thought Morgan was a proud out lesbian, and I don't know if that is actually the case, but I was told from Lisa Barlow, a high place source, I'm joking, that it was not on Kyle's side, that it was on Morgan's side of why this was not put out there. Which when I had heard that at first, I thought I was being lied to because I was like, that makes no sense. Yeah. But it seems like that might be the case.
Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know. Everyone just like assumed that Morgan was like an out lesbian because she had a music video where her love interest is Kyle Richards.
Oh, yeah.
But
Sophie, when you say shit like that, you realize like how much of like, how can the audience is just too much. I'm like, you fucking made a music video where you were making out with Morgan.
Exactly.
Like, why are we too much?
Exactly. Like, shut up. Oh my God.
And then Mauricio, every scene is about him being a whore, which is fine. Like he is a male hoe, but Mauricio hasn't fallen in love with somebody else. Kyle did.
That's, you know what? You're not wrong. Portia goes, yeah, my dad's a whore. What did she say? She was like, my dad's being a slut.
Yeah, she's slut. Yes. Like and then Mauricio's like, fine to be on TV, and he just laughs his way through scenes. She'll be like, you have a bunch of hookers over here. And he goes, oh, very funny, love bean, very funny. Like, he just laughs the whole time. And Dorit on Watch What Happens Live said that she lost custody of Boy George in the split with her and PK.
I saw that. Wait, who was on Watch What Happens Live with her? Why am I blanking?
Zoe Deschanel.
That's right. Zoe Deschanel, baddie.
Yeah, my buddy Zoe. Yeah. No, she's a huge Beverly Hills fan. So I should have reached out, but I didn't. But yeah, no, it was Dorit was on, and she said that Kyle and Morgan, they're usually off during the season and on the off season. And then Dorit tried to walk that back because Andy was like, wait, what? And she goes, well, no, not this season, but in the past. Like, she tried to walk it back. And so it was really interesting to watch What Happens Live. And also Andy was so disgusting. He was like, we finally broke the hymen with that story.
I saw that. And then,
like,
and everyone was
Andy.
like, oh, Andy, like too far, too much.
Too much. Okay. Also, as we start winding down here, are you watching this? What show am I about to say that everybody's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God?
All Her Fault?
Heated Rivalry.
What is that? I don't know what that show is.
It's a hockey show on HBO Max, which is produced by Crave in Canada, I think, or on the... It's a Canadian show, but you can watch it on HBO Max, and it's about hockey players, like gay hockey players. And everybody on my feed is talking about Heated Rivalry. Now, I want to say, I've never been into hockey. And at this point, I am not a gay man. And so I was hoping that you had watched it so you could tell me if I should
No.
watch it or not.
I'm sorry, but I know that Jordan Firstman from I Love LA, did you see that he made some comments about how the gay sex scenes in Heated Rivalry
Or
were
unrealistic.
were unrealistic, and then those actors clapped back. Jordan Firstman has a knack for always saying something bad and then putting his foot in his mouth.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he
needs to shut up.
apologized. He apologized, but he apologized in a weird way, just saying something like, I guess I'm this FAGGOT, that like,
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
then he showed a DM from someone being like, "You're ugly and fat, kill yourself." And then he was like, I guess I deserve this, or like posting.
He said,
like,
I'm going to be better. Listen, I think any representation for anybody is great. And I've not seen Heated Rivalry. Listen, I mean, I now am curious even more to see what unrealistic gay sex looks like, but everybody seems to be hot and bothered by it. So I think that's a good thing. Do you know how many like straight sex scenes seem to be unrealistic? Like after
God,
I had sex for the first time, I was like, none of this is real. Like, what are you talking about?
Almost all of them. The concept, like I thought that I would be barging into an apartment way more and having sex against the wall. Like we couldn't contain ourselves. We couldn't make it to the bed. I thought that was what, the amount of bathroom stalls I thought I would be fornicating
Do you remember, like, I remember in high school, you guys, the first time I heard that two people I knew had done 69. And I was like, are you kidding me? What? Like, I thought like 69 was like a made up thing that like movies would talk about and stuff. And I remember this guy, his name was Steve, and the other girl's name was Marielle. And I thought, oh my God, it seemed like they were gods all of a sudden. I was like, they actually did a 69? It was crazy.
I remember hearing about, this was when I was in like 8th grade, and someone got fingered and we all found out about it. I was like, I cannot believe that like he stuck his fingers in her vagina. Like that's actually insane.
See, by the way, I don't remember the birds and bees conversation with my dad was so awkward. And he was like, do you know what's going on? And I was like, of course I do. I had no idea with anything, but I didn't want to have that conversation. I didn't know anything, but like, in the birds and bees conversation, if you're a girl, are you supposed to be walked through like, well, then there's like fingering, and then there's like, do you have to like, because I'm going to have a daughter, like, how does that fucking work? Like, how do you do any of that stuff?
I don't know actually, but I will say that like we had a very comprehensive like health class where we like learned some stuff, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the kids aren't like learning as much these days for some reason.
Well, watch Heated Rivalry. That'll teach you something. Do you remember the first time you tongue kissed? And like, I was so nervous for that. And I was just like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. And then you're like, you do it and you're like, I guess this kind of makes sense. And then you immediately forget how to do it. You're like, I remember doing it, but I don't remember what to do. There's so many things that you are so nerve-wracked with all of, I don't know. Anyways, Heated Rivalry, I'm curious about. I'm really curious. So let me know, you guys, if I should be watching that, because I don't want to miss out on a pop culture phenomenon. I just don't like hockey. I did finish watching last week All Her Fault on Peacock. I wanted your opinion because I know you watched it as well.
Yeah. And you know what? For some reason, I had to upgrade my Peacock to watch it. I don't know why. It was like the premium tier of Peacock. And if you were able to watch it, then that means you have the premium tier, I guess, that I didn't have.
Sons of bitches.
And I was so upset that I watched Stolen Girl on Hulu first, which is the same concept, apparently, different ending, but it's the British version. So that's another, someone drops their child off at a sleepover and then the child disappears, if you're curious. Second of all, I really liked All of Her Fault. It was soapy. It was like campy. I thought Sarah Snook was amazing. I think that Jake.
Sometimes it was like, sometimes I thought the acting was so over the top where they were all amazing actors. You got that Dakota Fanning in this. You got all of these amazing actors, and you at some point question, you're like, is Sarah Snook a good actor? Like because it's so like soapy.
It was so soapy. Like, I think if anything, maybe like the writing wasn't all that great. I think
it's like not necessarily prestige, but it's trying to be.
Yeah, it's not prestige at all. You had to suspend your belief like a lot throughout, but overall, it's like entertaining. I saw someone compare it to, oh my God, I can't remember what it fucking was. It was like, let me find it. They called it mom slop. They were
Yeah.
like,
Oh my God,
this
that's
is a
great.
show that moms will watch in one sitting, and that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need
And
to
you can
like,
be on your phone. You can be on your
tender.
phone while
Yeah.
you watch it.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, it's just like how this one show is Dad Slop, but I can't remember what that show is.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
Reacher.
Reacher on Amazon Prime Reacher.
It's mom slop, like Reacher is dad slop. Yeah.
Well, you know what?
Exactly.
I actually watched this weekend, and I'm not into Formula One racing at all, but F1 hit Apple TV with Brad
Did
Pitt.
you like it?
You know what? I did. I think that's dad slop too. Like, I didn't mind it. It's shot so it's like really beautifully shot. I'm not into racing at all. You realize Brad Pitt, for all intents and purposes, is like a movie star. And like, you're like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing. The plot is kind of neither here nor there, but you're into it. And I gotta say, I really liked it. What I loved that I watched yesterday was Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery that hit Netflix on Friday. I love this. It's the third one in the franchise, and it's Benoit Blanc, played by the 007 guy.
It's Blanc, Daniel
Benoit
Craig.
Blanc. He sounds like my Sutton. I say, I'm going to solve this murder. Yeah.
He literally talks like Sutton. And then
Daniel Craig.
Josh O'Connor was amazing.
He was so good.
Yeah,
that dude is so good.
Like, could be nominated for an Oscar. Like, is there still time for him to be nominated for an Oscar or no?
Yes, because Wake Up Dead Man was nominated for Golden Globes, so he could. Okay. I mean, I thought all in all, this was so enjoyable. It was an old school Agatha Christie murder mystery. I thought for me personally, I've liked all of these Knives Out films, but this was my favorite so far. And I like that we're going to keep seeing films like this, but I thought it was, did Henry like it as well?
Oh yeah, we both loved it. And then it inspired me to like go back and watch Knives Out and Glass Onion. So I started watching Glass Onion again today because it's been a while.
It inspired me to murder somebody.
That too. Yeah. It inspired me to like actually
plan
research
a murder
more about Catholicism.
Oh,
There's
I will say it did.
There.
It does. Growing up Catholic, like I was an altar boy. I did the whole thing, and my mom really leaned into the Catholic faith growing up, and it was very interesting. It really, and that kind of concept of faith. Yeah. I love that. I thought Glenn Close was excellent in this. Everybody.
Oh my God, she was amazing. And I also loved, this doesn't really like, hopefully it doesn't spoil anything. I don't think it does. But Josh O'Connor plays like a priest. And there's a moment where he pauses, instead of like searching for the murderer, he like pauses and he is a priest to someone and like listens to someone in need. And I really love that.
Good.
I was he just plays like what you think a really good Christian should be,
Yeah, like I know he was in Challengers, and I know he was in Downton Abbey, but I didn't watch Downton Abbey. But I was like, oh, I really like this guy. I really like this actor.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of those things, Challengers or Downton Abbey. So this is my first impression of him.
He hosted Saturday Night Live on Saturday.
Do you still watch that garbage?
You know what? I tried to fast forward through it today, and it was pretty painful. But I'll still fast forward through it.
Okay, well, have fun with that. Have fun.
I will. Okay, so what's coming up on Snarkbait this week? So because we have Dark Energy Tuesday, of course. Also, tickets are on sale for the first 3 live shows for Snarkbait. You can get your tickets online at the Snarkbait Instagram. Will lead you to where you can buy tickets. So you got to go to all 3 shows, you guys. And
there may or may not be a special guest or two. You never know.
You never know. Josh O'Connor, you guys. Josh O'Connor is coming. Oh my God. It's like Tom Sandoval will be at one of the shows.
Daniel
Craig. Wouldn't it be great if the cast of... It was really weird. I went to that Snarkbait show and the cast of Knives Out, the entire cast was there, and I didn't understand that.
Glenn Close.
You know what? Thank God. I'm so glad Knives Out didn't have... Well, they kind of had a podcaster adjacent character, that guy that was like making YouTube videos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that was so funny. I need Daniel Craig. Like, I need them to put him in a factory where all he does is play that role for the rest of his life.
he's having so much fun with it. You guys, he has these monologues that he really gets to like chew up the scenery on. And it is so good. He is so great. And like, he was great at playing Bond too. The guy's a phenomenal actor, but you can tell everybody in these films are always having a good time. And so I really recommend it. It was so funny. I was like so into it. And then I was like checking on threads and people were like, my least favorite movie. And I'm just like, we all have such differing opinions, but I loved it. I will
say my one critique is that I feel like, so there's like Jeremy Renner and Andrew Scott and like such an amazing Kerry Washington, amazing supporting cast. And I feel like they didn't really have like enough scenes for me. Like you don't really know any of the side characters enough, but that's my only critique. Otherwise, it was really good and really fun. So
yeah, you're trying to like each one, like Kerry Washington had a really good moment that I loved, but like Jeremy Renner, you know, he was good, but he didn't have like a moment, you know, and I thought Andrew, his character, at least you had some really good laugh out loud moments in terms of the character he played.
Yeah.
But it's hard when you have that many, like that kind of talent, you're trying to get everyone to have a moment. But I also think they have names in every one of those parts because you want to be able to consider that each one of these people could be the killer. So you're like, oh, they're all named people, so they all could be the killer because they're all kind of this similar in like celebrity status.
Right. But then when you're watching it, you're like, well, they can't be the killer because they've had 2 lines, you know?
Yeah.
So that's my only critique, but I loved it. So
and then, so that's coming up on Tuesday, Dark Energy Tuesday. On Thursday, are you allowed to say who you're covering this week?
We are covering an original girl boss, I guess. The founder of Bumble, Whitney Wolf Herd, we do a really fun deep dive on. And there's a new movie on Hulu starring Lily James as her that I watched also.
Am I allowed to request, or did you guys already start working on the Amanda Francis episode?
Wait, who's Amanda Francis?
The new cast member on Beverly Hills. She has the
oh my god,
the boss bitch.
I forgot about her. She's so weird and boring. I don't
Rich as
like
fuck.
her. I don't like her.
But I think it might be for a good episode because she has all these. She made money off like the whole, you know.
There's something very shady about it.
Well, and supposedly she doesn't get along with the rest of the women for the season, so it'll be interesting to see. We're going to leave you with today in celebration of the holidays. On Spotify, they released their top 5 most streamed Christmas holiday songs of all time.
Ooh.
Can you guess what the number 1 is?
I don't want a lot for Christmas.
What are you singing?
There is just one thing. All I want for Christmas is you.
Okay, you got it. Sorry, I didn't know it. Yeah, 2.362.
That wasn't obvious if that's what I was singing?
No, I'm fucking around. I was just fucking around. Yeah, of course it is. You're an amazing singer.
Wait, also speaking of which, okay, sorry.
It's by Mariah Carey, 2.362 billion minutes streamed. No. What is number 2?
I simply must say, baby, it's cold outside.
No, it's not even in the top. Wait. Well, number 2 is Last Christmas by Wham with 2.057 billion minutes. I gave you my heart. Todd sings this Last Christmas. I gave you my farts, but the number 3 was in the movie Home Alone.
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever even seen Home Alone. No, I know. That's like a crazy fact about me.
That is crazy.
There are a lot of Christmas movies I haven't seen because I was always really bitter that I didn't.
Because you were Jewish?
Christmas. I didn't get to celebrate it. I always felt very bitter and jealous. Hi.
Okay, sorry, real quick. Sorry. Hey guys, I guess we're still recording. So, really quick, I just dropped out. Number 3 was in Home Alone, you guys, and it is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee with 1.430 billion minutes streamed.
Wait, really quickly, because I was saying how I'd never seen Home Alone. Yeah. Henry had never seen Love Actually, so I made him watch Love Actually.
Oh, yeah, you told me last week, and I still think you guys should do a Patreon recap of Love Actually.
Yeah. And Keira Knightley going, I look quite pretty.
No, but Home Alone and Home Alone 2 are amazing. We watched Home Alone 2 again on Saturday. Number 4 is Ariana Grande's Santa Tell Me with 1.407 billion. I don't even know how that song goes.
No, me neither. Otherwise I'd sing it, as you guys know.
And the number 5 is Snowman by Sia with 1.347 billion minutes streamed.
I don't know that one either. How does that go?
And there no Long December by Counting Crows at all.
Wow, I guess, yeah, that is a Christmas song, technically.
Which, by the way, you guys, on Thursday, HBO Max premieres Counting Crows, Have You Seen Me Lately? A documentary. I loved it.
I can't believe you're not a talking head.
I know. It's like, it would be like behind bars in prison. Like the 10th time I tried to contact Adam Duritz.
You were like fucking stalking them.
Yeah, exactly. It's so sad. I did talk to the director. You'll hear that interview this week, you guys. It was a really great interview. But go check out Snarkbait. Go buy tickets to their live shows. And that's it, you guys. Have a really happy holiday week filled with, I don't know, just take care of each other. Sophie, anything else?
No, I think that's it. Happy holidays.
Bye. Yeah. Wait, is this your last one, or is next week too? And then it's the last
one. Wait, when do I leave again?
I forgot.
No, I leave on the 24th, so I
have
to record next week.
So next week, final one with Sophie for the year, you guys. So we'll make it good. And love you guys. Bye.
Bye.